Welcome back, traders, to another installment on how to trade gold, managing the small account. We're going to pick up from where we left off, which was Thursday's video. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about the moves that I made, and believe it or not, I managed to get this balance all the way up to £61, right? Then I made two bad decisions that brought it back to 53.81, right? So we're gonna talk about that real quick. Okay, so the first was when I did that video on Thursday night. I was sitting around here somewhere, as you can see this little arrow over here. Okay, and then we got in with the buy and we rolled it all the way up, and I had a trailing stop somewhere under here. As a matter of fact, let me bring in properties because I think that will show all the moves. Actually, we're on the wrong one. Let me just bring in properties because it will basically show. Yep, here we are. So it's going to show all the moves properly, right? So we can see the arrows where the bad decisions were made. Okay, so on Thursday, I took a buy at this level and I was stopped out at trailing stop over here, right? And then on the Friday, this day over here, okay, I took a buy, okay, and I was closed out. So I realized immediately I was facing the wrong direction, and then I hopped out of that immediately, and that brought the balance down. This move from here to here brought the account balance up to £61, which is good. And then this balance and then from this level up here down here brought it down a bit. Okay, then today, this morning, and a little note to myself: don't trade from your bed, right? Get up, jump on the PC, look at the charts properly, then place your trades, because that was my first mistake. I placed the trades from my bed before I even got up to do anything. I hopped to my phone and I put in a trade that went bad quickly. So this morning I jumped in with a buy at this level right here. I was in profit for a while, and then I was then taken out due to the trade being horrible. So essentially I had my stop down here, right? And as we can see in this area over here, I don't know if I can move this. No, I can't actually, but I will explain it all in detail, especially today's trade on TradingView once we jump on that. So when I was in this trade, I realized somewhere around here that I was in a bad spot. Okay, so there was an FVG in this area here. So I says, okay, if price closes below that FVG, I'm going to give it a little bit of flexibility up to this level over here, okay, which is around, say, 2754.28. So once it was around that level anyways, let's say around here somewhere, right, around here somewhere. So price came in and closed me out, at which point I realized I was making a mistake. So I'm no longer in a trade right now. Okay, I'm no longer in a trade because I now need to reassess everything that I'm doing to make sure that I'm doing things properly. So the account balance is now back to 53.81, which is horrible from where I had it before. It was doing so great. So hopefully this week I'm going to be able to pick it back up again and hopefully get it back to where it was before, which was around £61. So with that said and done, we're going to jump into TradingView, where we're going to now replan how we're going to get back into the market again. Okay, so hopefully everything is going to be a lot clearer once we start looking at everything from TradingView. So first thing I'm going to do is I want to move this vertical line over, just so that we know that we're done with last week and we're now looking into a brand new week. Yep, I think this is about right. Let's lock that in place. Okay, and then let's get rid of these levels over here because we no longer need them for now. Let's get rid of all of these. Let's get rid of all of these. Let's get rid of this as well. Okay, and let's get rid of this as well because we was hoping that actually we had it. I kind of had an idea that last week this high wasn't the ultimate high. There was more pushing up to do, so we definitely got that. Hence why we got closed out the level we got closed out of, what I just showed you earlier. So we're just going to put in the new weekly high that is going to help us for this week. As a matter of fact, I should have kept those labels there. Okay, and we're going to call out these levels in a moment. So this is what we got. This is what we currently got going on right now. And the buy that I had up here, believe it or not, was I literally forgot, right? And this was done in real time. I literally forgot that the fact that because we were so close to the resistance level, I should not have been thinking about putting in buys when I put in that buy. So that's the first mistake. And the good thing about that mistake is I can actually spot the fact that I made a mistake. The worst thing about trading is when you make mistakes and you don't know how it happened, and then you start turning around saying things like it's the broker trying to screw you over. Well, it's not actually the broker. You just didn't know what it was that you was doing. So it's super important to know when you make your mistakes, okay, and get out of that trade as fast as possible, right? Or as sensible as possible, meaning unless the trade is really, really, really bad, okay, you shouldn't really jump out immediately. What you should do is, provided opportunities are created for you to do this, which is when price begins its retracement back. So you know price is going in the direction that you don't want it to go in. Once price starts retracing back, you should be moving your trading stop a little bit higher or exit out as soon as you think that that's the best you can get in terms of coming out of your trade early, right? Because you kind of want to manage how you get out of bad trades as well as managing how you manage good trades, right? So that's something I want to put out there. So right now, as it stands, price is in the free fall, right? And although this is looking like a push to the upside, I would not be comfortable putting in a buy here until additional confirmations has been confirmed that it is indeed the correct decision to make. So for that, we're just going to go into a higher time frame, say the day, right? We're going to go into the day, and we want to know if taking buys, right? Because how I look at it like this: I've missed the move and I screwed up, so I now need to wait for a new opportunity before I can get back in, right? So the new or the closest opportunity to me right now, okay, is that first off, we have a close above this resistance level over here, with this one being the major one, okay, the major one of 2024. That's the high of last year. We want to see if that one gets taken out. So because you've had a close above this level, it's fair to assume the high of 2024 has a high probability of being taken out. So with that said and done, right, I would now need to look for areas where there is a high possibility that price will bounce from that location, okay? So the first location that I have spotted is this over here, okay? So we have an FVG in this area right here. Actually, this is the wrong tool to use. Let's use this instead. So we have an FVG in this area right here, okay, that price has gone into before. So price went into this FVG on Thursday, the 23rd of Jan, okay, right? And it's now gone back into it again today. So I'm expecting it to bounce. And also this level right here is a key resistance level that price is now broken into. And I want to see if this turns into a support, right? So with these levels there, as it is right now, let's jump into the 1 hour again and let's see how this now looks. So when we jump into the 1 hour, we can see that price is now gone into this FVG and is now moving away from it. So somewhere we are going to need to find out if this is indeed a push to the upside or if this is just an ascending wedge that's going to break down some more. Okay, so these are things that we need to be patient on before we do anything in the market as it stands. So right now, if you also ask me what my moves are for tomorrow, my moves is this: I am waiting for a confirmation as to what price actually intends to do, if it's going to come down further or if it's going to move away from this daily FVG that we have right here. Okay, and if it does, I'll be looking for some kind of retracement before I think about joining the market again to recoup on the 2 trades that I lost on. All right, so tomorrow I'll be coming back with another video to discuss what we're doing, if I'm in a trade or not in a trade, right? And the same rules that we've been going by for the longest is the same rule that we'll be going by for this week as well. First things first, I'll be trying to determine weekly lows and weekly highs in real time as markets is moving, because that's something I do. I think this is the next stage of my evolution into really mastering trading. Okay, the second phase is that we're going to use the preset levels of last week's weekly high and last week's weekly low to help us make decisions also. So these are the two concepts that I'll be running off for this week, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I should be able to recoup the losses that I took on Friday and the loss that I took today, to bring the account a little bit back up as we continue the journey of building this really small account into something substantial, something respectable. Okay, so with all that said and done, if you found the content that I shared with you today useful, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification, and drop us a like, and I'll see you all on the next one.